It's 6:30.
All right, I guess we'll call our meeting to order with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Schrader,
Here.
Bowman,
Here.
Demott,
Here.
Schaller,
Here.
and I'm present as well.
Alrighty. Open meeting compliance.
The agenda was posted on July 2nd at the Town of Fort Winnebago Internet Calendar, as well as at Northside Auto Repair, and the meeting notice was sent by email to the Portage Daily Register.
Very good, thank you. Agenda. Everybody's happy?
Yeah, I will make a motion to accept the agenda as written. I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to approve the agenda as printed. All in favor? Aye, opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Alrighty, and then we got our minutes from our June meeting.
I didn't see anything when I read through it. Anybody else?
I make a motion to approve the minutes for last month's meeting.
I will second that.
Okay, all right, we got a motion, a second to approve the minutes as printed from June. All in favor? Aye, opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Treasurer's report, then Kelly.
All right. Look at that. I got it up just in time.
Just in time.
All right. So for this month incoming, we had our interest, of course. We had a couple fire signs, couple parcel searches, nothing major coming in. We did have one late garbage that's still coming in off of taxes that were paid. The big thing for this month was that town hall donation that we received for incoming. On the LGIP side, interest, of course, again, we did also receive the 2% fire due payment for just over $5,000, which you'll see on the list of bills for tonight as it goes out, since that's one we bring in and take right back out.
Can I ask what's interest rates have been doing? Are they staying pretty steady? Or?
They're in the high 3s, so it's slowly coming down, but slowly, like not by just a partial of a point every month or so, but it's pretty steady right in that low 4s, high 3s still right now. But as for bills to pay, those are the ones that we discussed and approved for last month. So just our normal ones. Again, nothing out of the ordinary. Those are basically just our monthly bills. We had very few checks last month. Budget report, again, since we did not have a lot of incoming or outgoing for last month, it's been pretty slow. No changes really, again, other than that one donation that we did accept that put a little bit extra in the which one does that go in? It was in the public. No, it must be in the miscellaneous revenue. So you'll see we're already over in the miscellaneous revenue because of that incoming. So that's it.
Just before I forget, they did do the crack filling on Wilcox and Monty, so it'll be like a $30,000 check next month.
And that's one thing I was actually going to ask you. So I'm glad you brought it up, because we are at a point that we're going to have to transfer. So it's good to know that there's that big one coming. So I'll make sure I do our full. It's usually July-ish when we do that 100,000 transfer or whatever.
Yeah, bill at some point.
Yes.
Okay.
If you don't get one the next month, let me know.
Perfect.
I make a motion to approve the treasury report.
I'll second that.
Okay, we got a motion, a second to approve the treasury report as printed. All in favor? Aye, opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. County supervisor is not here, so I guess we can move on to citizen input. Any comments, questions? How's things going in the dog world, Annie?
I actually had to say I was full last week. Couldn't believe it. It's the first time I've been full in a year and a half. Otherwise, good. Can't complain, don't do no good anyway, nobody wants to hear it.
So these are dogs people are bringing to kennel it's not,
Yeah, for boarding,
yeah,
that's the first time though, in a year and a half,
okay, excellent, excellent.
so. Otherwise, before that, I had waiting lists every week, so. That was even better, but I'll take what I can get right now. I think
Excellent,
anybody will.
excellent. Yes, sir.
Well, thank you, or you should thank the county for fixing Tommy's Road.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay,
Oh,
I did, I called him, thank you.
Really nice.
It was, been a long time coming, and, I think probably we can, thank, Messiah, of course, he's not here tonight, but he was on the committee, and his calls, and we've been calling, and I think finally they got around. I mean, like I said, it could be another 5 to 7 years before they actually redo the road, so it certainly is a lot nicer than it was, so. And I had the same question as you did, why didn't they finish that lane going up on the other side, but who knows?
Well, they made it right on the tar, you know.
But,
they have hitting up with them.
Well,
That's what happened when they were filling in our cracks, they ran out of that.
out of material, yeah, but that was, usually the county got enough trucks, they can keep them coming, but,
Yeah, I thought that too, I thought, oh, come on.
no. And they must have had so many dollars they were gonna spend like the rest of us, and that's how far they got, so. But it is nice.
Yes, very nice.
I would also add that the effects of the roadside spraying that the board approved is obviously very evident and very nice. From the roads that got sprayed, you can definitely tell how it's kept the grass down because there's this drastic difference from where it got sprayed and where it didn't. So anyway, I think it looks great. So
And they did get the mowing done on the ones we didn't, and so we're pretty good shape right now, I think, so. Anything else?
Do they do fence to fence? On the
No,
last?
they were doing like,
No, I know, but on the
when they
last
mow, this fall when they come through, they'll try to get fence to fence, but they always leave that little strip for the brush to grow in. When they used to have the, sidewinder mowers, then them guys would get right up on the bank and take it off for us, but these guys now with this double mower and,
I just wondered if they
they,
did, when they went for the last time out, if they did the fence to fence.
I told him if there's a little tree growing here, why don't you back up and get that? I just soon, you do that now as later, but they just drive by him and leave him stand there.
In a hurry,
Yeah, well,
the county, in a hurry.
yeah, I don't know if they're in a hurry or not.
Just kidding, just kidding, I can joke about it.
You were one of them at one time, right?
I never mow it,
Oh, no, but you were always in a hurry.
oh yeah, always. Hurry up and wait.
You have to wait. All righty, thank you. New business. Ryan, I won't get the last name anyway, bond collectors.
yeah, we received a notification from our bond collectors, our collection agency, that their recommendation is for the board to either start a suit against Brian Kingsley for past debt. The debt amount was $709.96. Either we should either designate an attorney, and they would hire an attorney. They would get the attorney and retain them, and then we would get billed for that, and that would come off of any amount that we might collect. Or we could select not to retain an attorney and let the matter drop.
Attorneys on $700, how far we're gonna get before they get what, 50% of the process when we get done? You built the debt collector?
What I found is some accounts they get 50% on, and some they only take 25. I'm not really sure how they determine how much we get paid, and I couldn't find an agreement anywhere that showed how we paid them.
So by the time we give them half and we pay an attorney, maybe we'll end up on the wrong side of the deal. I don't know, what you guys' thoughts?
I think
Drop
it's
it.
drop it.
Okay, got a motion of such?
I'll make a motion that we drop it.
Second it.
Okay, we got a motion and a second to drop, I guess, for better terms, the debt that, Ryan Kungsel or whatever owes, whatever that is. All in favor? Aye, opposed, there none, motion carried. It's a shame that we have to, taxpayers have to eat something like that.
All right.
How long have you been after that?
That this account is, I believe,
5
started
years.
in
Maybe 20.
2021.
That's what I
July
think
of
it's
2021.
5 years before when they decide to do
Yeah.
that.
Yep, July of 2021.
Yeah. I guess, let's see, we got special event permit application for the Gray Drake Saloon.
Yes, they've provided an application with payment to have an outdoor event on July 18th from 3 to 7 p.m. to have a two-person band, guitar, mic, and amp. And the neighbors have been notified and have not received any responses.
Make a motion to approve the special events.
I'll second it.
Okay, we got a motion, a second to approve Gray Drake Saloon special event permit. All in favor? Aye, opposed, here none, motion carried.
You need this,
Yeah,
but I need this.
you just want the money.
I just have a question. Do I have to have a permit if I do a fundraiser at my place?
If you're gonna have outdoor amplified music and you have somebody that lives within 300 feet or 300 yards, excuse me,
My
of
dog howls sometimes.
it has to be amplified, right?
Okay,
So if you have an amplifier or something out
I
there,
just wondered if I needed a special permit for any of that kind of stuff.
if somebody
well,
lives,
Just for the fundraiser itself.
No.
I don't think anybody lives within 300 yards of your house, right?
Yeah, well, you're not
A
doing
football field.
you're not doing outside entertainment
I mean,
per se of music or
No,
nothing like that.
no,
And this is basically what that's for, yeah. Otherwise, we don't have a permit process for.
okay. I just curious. 'cause-
You're not serving alcohol because you might need a liquor license.
No.
Hmm.
I don't charge for it.
Oh, I see. I might be over that.
Yeah.
Okay,
Well, don't tell me you're serving it though either. We don't want to know that.
I don't know nothing.
Neither do I.
I do have a new porch though, if you wanna come and have a glass of wine, there's a place on the porch for you.
Right,
Nice.
yeah, I'll think about it.
Okay.
Bring the wife along.
Alrighty then, moving on, new town hall. I guess we've been kind of dealing with, Wisconsin Homes on a manufactured home. Kind of went up there, I guess, and viewed and talked to them and kind of got us processed. Would you have a picture of any of that in
I
there?
don't. I didn't
Yeah,
this
bring
time.
that out. Anyway.
Yeah. I mean, I just have the driveway permit up here.
They, because we have to put it out on bids after they come up with a plan, they wanted like $5,000 to draw the original plan up, and so we couldn't kind of just go ahead with anything, and because if somebody else gets the bid after the plan is due up, then they would have their money invested in the plan, so we've come to a point where we need to either decide to give them $5,000 to draw up a plan, or we need to go a different route and do something with a stick built and find somebody else to do the plan. I'm finding it's very difficult to get much done. I went to a lumber yard here right after the last meeting, which was a month ago, and kind of just gave them a picture and said, what do you think a list of materials would cost? Just ballpark figure. We'll get right back to you. Well, I'm still waiting. And of course, I called some other people for things, and it seems to me that if we're gonna go with a stick bill, we're probably gonna have to get somebody to be the general contractor or something to keep the ball rolling, because it's just, these people are not, I guess, either all too busy or don't care one way or the other, I'm not sure. But, so I'm not sure where your preferences lie.
Well, I guess the one question I have is where are we at currently with the land?
So with the land, that's something I've got on there today. So I've got all the applications filled out and signed. So we do not have to do officially the pre-application. We do have to fill it out and turn it in, but we don't have to go through the full process or pay the fee, because all the pre-application does is get it in front of the town board, which we're already there. So I've got that filled out and ready, but that would just mean we have to, or you guys have to sign the action report, which is like you do with all the other ones that come through. With that, then we can turn that in with the actual rezone application, which we do have all filled out and signed already. We just have to pay the $500 fee for the rezone. So there is a check written if we do decide to go with that we can use for that. And then because of the land usage, we do also have to do a plan amendment application to amend the conditional use of the property from agricultural to institutional for a town hall. So that's an additional $510, but that one is also filled out and ready to go. With that, then, in order to turn that all into the county, we also need the driveway permit, which we've got, and the CSM, which the CSM has been started and drafted by Grothman's, but it cannot be completed until we have the perk test completed, which I spoke to Country Plumber last week, and they are supposed to be out there sometime this week to complete that. So once that's completed, we can finish the CSM. And then we will have everything to turn into the county. Then once it's all turned into the county, we have to wait till it goes in front of the county meeting, in front of the county board at a meeting, which if we want it to go into the August county meeting, then our cutoff date to get all the information in is July 10th, which is Friday. So really it's going to depend on what day Country Plumber comes and does the perk test. We get that info back, and if Scott can get everything put together before Friday to get it over to the county. If not, then it goes to the next deadline is August 7th, putting us on the September 1st meeting. So that's kind of where we're at.
We're underway anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got the driveway permit. We are in the process of acquiring the land. So.
Good.
Right.
I guess my thoughts on it is I would like to see some quotes for a stick bill as well, so we have some comparison. And I can work on that as well. When I took that set of prints in to Don Paul at Clifford, within a week he had the numbers for me. It was like $65 and I certainly can open that door again, but I would like to put ourselves in a position where we can put it out for bid. And I don't know exactly what all we have to do to do that.
I think we need a set of solid plans that we can
Yeah.
put,
So
that we can publish, put out there so that we can get bids on it.
So with that said, I did talk to another company about drawing everything up, and he gave me the prices that I gave Mark were for an addition for the Partyville Fire Department, which is 30 by 75. So in comparison, there's still, land that has to be moved. I mean, all of the similarities are there, and it's similar in square footage, but I'd like to compare those numbers from Blowfish with the numbers that we got from General Engineering. And then if we had to put together a special meeting to make a decision, if we want to do it prior to next meeting, but we have a month. I guess I would like to see us somehow make a decision shortly on where we're gonna go, for prints. I would just personally, I'd like to have a little bit more control over the actual construction part of it. But that's my opinion based on building houses and building buildings. I don't think we have to get in a really big rush. My personal goal would be breaking ground and building this next spring. And I'd like to see, everything in order for that. I know it takes a long time to get building permits, but at this point, we have some time, so. I don't know what everybody else thinks, that's just my opinion.
I have a question, if I could, and it relates to the whole idea of needing a full set of plans. I think the idea of having a full set of plans that way we can get like a like for like comparison is probably, the purpose of having a uniform set of plans that everybody can bid off of and say, hey, this is exactly what I want.
Right.
Versus if we were to take some preliminary drawings, let's just say that we've been given and said, this is the size building we want. We want an office, we want 2 bathrooms. This is what we want for a footprint and a floor plan, and give that out to someone and say, can you give us some preliminary estimates, and taking that to design build contractors that are going to do it from beginning to end, basically saying, you create the drawings, you create the plans. This is about what we want. You tell me what it's going to cost to do that. And let them each do it their own way. And it might be a little bit different based upon the contractor. They might do something a little different than the next. And if we did it that way, we already have a number of bills gotten from the people regarding the Wisconsin home. So you kind of know what that cost is. And if we got a few people that were doing design build on a stick built, that should give us a little bit more information, enough to know which way you want to go based upon the dollars and cents
Before you invest
in plans and everything else.
Right. Yeah, and we can put the preliminaries on there. It's 2x4 construction, or if it's 2x6 construction, what the R factors are of the insulation type lighting. That can be put on there, what type of siding, what type of roof material. So everybody would be basically quoting it the same in a sense. And if we put on there that we want it to be a half basement, so the mechanicals can be in the basement, everybody would know that. And the other half could be a crawl space. So I think we could put a lot of information on a little piece of paper and probably get really close, as far as conservative bids. So I'd be all for that, because I know the contractors I would probably put that out to would be, Capel, Josiah. We could put it in Mike Bortz's hands if we want to, but if we only get 3, or because I know they'll have to reach out to all their general contractors, plumbing, electrical, et cetera, concrete.
Has anybody went over and seen any of the other township buildings?
Yeah, you guys did.
We
Yeah,
have.
we went over and looked at the new Springdale one, and that's kind of what we were basing our footprint off of, basically.
Originally, anyway.
Yeah. I looked at Scott's.
Yeah.
We got a new one. It's smaller. But, nice, it's clean, it's new, right?
Yeah.
And that's really what we're looking for, is something that's clean and new and durable. So, nothing extremely fancy. I don't think there has to be any brick veneer or anything like that on there. So
But if
You
we
know,
went that route where we wrote up our own little RFI
Yeah,
and sent that out, then we wouldn't have to worry about spending the $5,000 or $10,000 for a set of plans.
yeah, at this point, and maybe never, right?
Right.
So I'd be in agreement, with doing that, yeah, absolutely. So I don't know if, how you wanna come up with the RFI, do you wanna get together or do you wanna put something together and just put it out and have everybody correct it from that, or add,
I can put it as a Google document and share it with the board,
yeah,
and probably need some input from everybody who has something, definitely to shoot it my way. But I have an RFI document already prepared
okay,
that, an architect gave me that I could work off of.
sure. Yeah, then we wouldn't even have to go to Don or anybody and say, can you give me a building,
Right.
build sheet. Because they're gonna bid it off the lineal foot or the square foot, so. Yeah, let's do it.
Question.
Sorry, I know last month when you were talking about the building, it's like, what about like the basic decisions we made? You were discussing last month a crawl space or a partial basement or a full basement. Like, shouldn't that kind of be decided too, so you can put that in the
It would be.
document?
Yeah, it would be a partial basement with a partial crawl. And the whole reason for that is so you've got a place to put the mechanicals, and all of the files would be protected from fire and wind damage, et cetera. So I really like the idea of a partial basement just because it opens up so much more floor space on the main level. And it's easy to get to. All of your mechanicals now can run in the floor system for air conditioning, heat, water, and not have to be seen, in the upper levels. So, and due to the fact that you're more than probably going to end up with 4-foot walls anyway because of frost walls, because of the weight. Now you just add 4 more feet. You still have a floor, you're just moving it down 4 more feet. So I truly don't believe the expense would be that much more because they're already digging and they're already setting floors. So it just makes sense to me to have all the mechanicals in the basement.
Well, and it does also give us that storm shelter option as well, which is
Yeah.
nice as well.
And even sometimes there's some grants for storm shelters. If a person really wanted to get into that whole can of worms. But, 'cause I know we talked about that with the fire department. Because if you did a storm shelter, you could get, some kind of grant. And it's a lot of work.
Quite a bit.
Well, and I think that's,
Yeah.
open to the public and
Yeah.
stuff too.
Yeah.
You're not gonna come out ahead on that one.
No, I don't think so, but it's still something that is out there. Person wants to. Yes, what do we think?
Well, you guys, I really don't know any of these design to build guys, so if you guys want to get some quotes and bring them back,
Mhm.
it's fine with me, I guess. But,
Yeah.
we always got
Yeah,
the plan to compare to.
yeah, it at least allows us to have a comparison, at this point in time, and I personally would really like to get local contractors involved in this. I'd like them to, make their wage, by working on it. That's kind of important to me. And I don't want them to be left out of the opportunity. Because we have a lot of contractors in Fort Winnebago, and I just don't want to snuff them out.
Just so we can move forward with whatever, I think there's a couple of things, like Kelly mentioned, we have a couple of checks on the bills to be paid, which, if you can, I guess you could approve them there, but I think this is a good spot to
I was
approve.
just going to do a circle back to the land portion. So this is, like I said, this is the filled out rezone application. So this is what the county would have sent you guys had we had to go through that whole process, and then you would have gotten that's our normal action report as you
Yeah.
are used to seeing. So that's what
about
I have. The plan amendment
the
one.
plan amendment?
No one needs to sign that one. No,
Okay.
just the landowner.
First
So
one
that's
needs-
already
that other
signed.
one need to be signed.
No,
No,
the only thing, the action report is the only thing that needs to be signed by the purchasers. The rest was all signed by Raymond as
So,
the
do we need a
landowner.
motion to go ahead with the rezone on the land.
Yeah, I would make a motion that we accept the rezone for the land from Raymond.
We got a motion, the second, to continue to rezone the property for the new town hall. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Then we might just, well, skip down and do the driveway variance right away. What has happened is there's a field drive that goes into the property that we're acquiring. And we don't want to use that, and the farmer don't want to use this because of breaking up our blacktop or whatever may happen in the future. And so we're putting a second driveway right beside the first driveway, which under the driveway permit process, there needs to be like 30 feet between driveways, but seeing that would kind of get us over on top of the hill farther and a bunch of different things. We're gonna have the two driveways side by side, so we just have to pass a
Right.
variance to do that. I didn't get it. And so I guess all I need is a motion to accept the variance for the driveway.
I will second that.
Okay, we got a motion, a second on the driveway variance, so I don't know if we had anything we needed to sign on that, or didn't we get anything sent out yet?
On the driveway,
Variance, yeah.
that is already been filled out, and
Okay, that was already taken
Yep,
care of.
yep.
All right,
right,
very good.
and that was motion was by Bowman.
Yes.
I would still think now then we would want to go back and get a motion to approve with an RFI that we could go ahead with, that we could send out.
You have to see it first.
Yeah, so then we might need that if we want to wait till August. I mean, I guess I was just more thinking that should we have a motion to even create it, but that's all I was thinking at this point.
We're not really taking action on it.
That's true, so we can probably just do it and then bring it up to the next meeting. Or
Yeah.
do you want to call a special meeting between now and then?
Well, if we got 2 or 3 of them back, we could pick up a little time by doing a meeting in between, I guess. Let's wait and see if we get anything back and who we get it back from and how quick we do. So far, I haven't had much luck getting stuff back from individuals or businesses, so we'll see.
Okay.
And can't really set anything up because we don't know.
How many square foot is it again?
1,670, I believe is what the number is.
When we went up to Wisconsin Homes, we gave them kind of what we wanted, and they had some, what was that special new siding they got? Some kind of a smart siding.
Smart sighting.
Which is heavier stuff. Then we put 9-foot sidewalls on it, and after their preliminary quote come in at, good question. It was
230.
255.
I was gonna say it was,
232,000, so,
that was 230 something.
and that would give us a room actually bigger than this room for the main meeting room. So that's where we are now, and right now, so we got that to go off of it when we start looking at stick built stuff, so. Okay. You got some delinquent property taxes.
Yeah, so we received a letter from Columbia County Corp Council letting us know about, it's basically anybody in the entire county that didn't pay 2022 property taxes. And we got one of these last year, as we had one resident, not resident, one landowner that didn't pay their 2021 taxes. And basically they're saying if they don't get it paid by September 25th, it's more of those. So this is just under communications to let you know that we do have one landowner that down here at the very bottom of this page that has got some delinquent taxes from 2022. And just as an FYI, that if they haven't paid it by the end of September, then in October it goes before the judge Voigt to be taken over and being owned by the county. So it's just an informational.
Very good. Otherwise, I don't believe I had any other communications. I don't know if you got anything else.
I did not.
You did not. And we need to pay the bills. Someone want to make a
Have
motion?
a motion to pay the bills?
Second.
We get a motion, a second to pay the bills. All in favor? Aye, opposed? Hearing none, motion carried. Yep.
Upcoming events, there's a whole list of them.
Okay, upcoming events. Yes, sir. Open book, July 21st. So if you've got any questions on your taxes or any problems, that's a good time to come and speak to the assessor. Our next board meeting is going to be August 3rd. Public equipment test for the election coming up on August 7th. Then we got the election on August 10th. That was board review on August 10th, I'm sorry, and then the election's on August 11th. So looks like we'll have a busy August.
Yes.
You guys wanna go home?
I'll make a motion.
I second
Okay, we got a motion, a second to adjourn the meeting. All in favor? Aye, opposed, hearing none. Thank you all for coming. Appreciate the interest. Any questions, comments, give us a call.
I was texting my one builder friend, customer of mine. He said their drawing place they use gets 80 cents a square foot for vinyl plans.
What does that come up to?
Well, like $13.75 or something, and whatever you're talking about. So
Huh,
1,300.
1,300, yeah.
that's a lot less than what we've been
That's-
keeping.
yeah.
80 cents, he said, and that's for full-blown plans.
Is he design build or?
What's he doing tomorrow?
Yeah, that's what he does.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's called Eagle Homes. They're out of Montel.
Oh, yeah.
Paul Walker is his name. You know Paul?
I know of them.
Yeah, good guy.
Yeah, I think he built, Katie and.
He did. He built Katie and Ryan's house.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So the ones, I guess, you're gonna contact somebody?
Were they happy with it?
Are you gonna
I've seen
contact
other ones he
somebody?
does and they're gorgeous. Other places around.
You're gonna contact them people?
Just a.
I don't know.